guys, it's Grace from Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Saturday, August 4th, and I am here today with my 7-month post-op VSG update. Now, this is a couple of days late. I had my surgery on the 2nd, so I try to post these or film them or whatever around the 2nd. However, I have been on a cruise for the past week. I just got back a couple of hours ago, and so it had to be delayed. I took my photos and my measurements. I made my sister come over and take them this morning. So those things are important. I have to have all that information. Plus, I need to have a weight to give you guys because I have not weighed since the Saturday I left. So, to jump into stats, again, my name is Grace. I am 5'8", 27 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy, or VSG, weight loss surgery. My high weight was in May of 2017, and that was 354 pounds. I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds, so my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last month, I came at you with a weight of 236.8, and this morning, I weighed in at 231.1. So, that is a monthly loss of 5.7 pounds, a loss since surgery of 87.9 pounds, and a loss since my highest weight of 122.9 pounds. So, lowest monthly loss yet, barely, just a little bit less than 6 pounds for a month. To be fair, I weighed this morning after I had, normally I weigh first thing. This was probably like 3 hours after I'd woken up. I had at least 16 ounces of water and I took my morning vitamins, but I hadn't eaten or taken like any protein yet. So there might have been a small amount of weight added, but not significant, I don't think. I don't really think it's a big difference. Honestly, I'm happy with it. It's a loss. It's lower than I weighed when I left for my cruise. While I did not go totally crazy, I definitely indulged. My carbs were significantly higher than they've been. I drank every single day, and I'm not a big drinker normally. And my calories were, they were probably every day lower than my maintenance calorie range, whatever that is, but they were much higher than they normally are. So I'm happy that I don't have a gain. Obviously I would have liked a larger monthly loss, but let's face it, my weight loss is starting to slow down. So going into month 7, I'd already sort of noticed it with month 6. Sorry, my hair is just a hot mess right now. It's driving me crazy, but I'm not showering yet. Anyways, so weight loss is starting to slow down. It's not fun, and like I said, there are other factors. I had my cruise, etc. I do work out. I do weights. I know that sometimes it's a little bit hard because I do know that if I were to focus only on cardio exercise and not do weight, I would probably see more of a loss because I am doing my best to maintain muscle mass, and so I'm not losing as much muscle mass, and that means I'm not losing as much weight. And I made a conscious decision to do that because I don't want to lose all the weight and then be super weak and then try to work to gain my muscle back. I want to try to keep as much of that natural muscle that just sort of comes with being obese as I can. I want to have a more muscular frame. I think it's going to be, I think it will help me greatly in getting through plastics, and not only in getting more of a figure that I would like, but in just healing and recovering from it. So I made a conscious decision to continue to do the muscle or strength training, but it does suck sometimes thinking about the fact that I know, like, if I didn't do as much weights, I probably would see a slightly smaller loss or larger loss. And it's not guaranteed. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not unhappy with it, especially considering I literally just went on a 1-week cruise where I allowed myself to eat real cookies and chocolate, and it wasn't, again, I didn't go crazy, nowhere to the levels that I did before, but like there were a number of times where I definitely overate. Like I ate to the point of discomfort. partially because it's hard when they serve you like 3 courses. You know, I'm trying to pace myself and it's hard to just not. I have always been someone who picks at food on the plate if it's still there. It's like a compulsion. It's probably something I should work on with in therapy. And it's worse now with the VSG because before I would even do it when I was full, but full takes on a new meaning after surgery. And so, I mean, it'll be the point where I am full to the point of like, it'll be physically super uncomfortable and painful, and I still have a really hard time not picking up the things on my plate. But that's a whole separate thing. Let's talk about measurements now. I was trying to keep this video brief, but it's been over a week since I've talked to you guys, and I am chatty. So, stats. I will put, as usual, the little thingamabob, the chart on there. From my bust, I lost 1/2 inch. From my chest, so that's right, like kind of the bra band, I lost 1.25 inches. From my waist, I lost 2 inches. From my hips, I lost 1.5 inches. From my thigh, I lost 1/2 inch. From my calf, I lost 1/2 inch. I lost nothing from my bicep, and from my neck, I lost 1/2 inch. So that is a monthly loss of 6.75 inches and a loss of total inches of 57. So I'm definitely seeing some inch movement as well. So that's always cool. I've noticed a little bit more definition in my ankles and like the top of my foot. My right foot has always been swollen, kind of. There's a reason for it. It's a long story, but it's always a little bit puffier, but I'm seeing it a lot in my left. I'm sort of starting to see the beginning of definition in my hands. This is one of those NSVs that I really want, but I'm not banking on it because I've mentioned this in previous videos why I didn't make a things I'm looking forward to about losing weight, because NSVs are unpredictable in some ways. Everyone's different, and I don't want to be putting too much stock into that kind of thing. But I have never had visible knuckles, ever. I went from having baby fat to just having adult fat, and I've always had the little pockets of, you know, but I've never actually had like the lines, and you can kind of see right here I'm starting to get one. My sister has been the same way, even when she lost a lot of weight, and she was more like light obese, you know, like overweight obese, but even then, so that's the other thing. I think that partially it's like a genetic thing that we just carry a little bit more fat in our hands, but that's something I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm hoping, and it's getting close. I mean, you can even tell like this pocket is no longer as, I mean, it used to be like a very big divot. So that's exciting. Let's go over, this last month has been a whole thing. It went by so fast. Yeah, crazy. Can you believe it's been 7 months since I had surgery? I can't. Holy shit, guys. Anyways, last month, my goals. So I had a goal to get 9K steps a day. You'll know if you've watched past videos that has been a recycled goal from both May and June. I hadn't hit it, so I was hoping to hit it in July, and once again, I did not get to 9K average. I got an average of 8K, which, hey, is good, not what I wanted. And I'm just starting to think 9K is not realistic for me to hit on average. You know, and usually on the days that I get to 9K, I get to like over 10K. When I'm getting that many steps in, like I can go that extra bit. So like on days that I work out, I usually hit it. I try to do walks, etc., but it's just, when I'm working, it's really hard for me to get in that much walking. It's just not happening. So I'm going to lower this goal for August, and see if I can make it just a little bit more realistic for me. Another goal I had was to get 2 to 3 workouts in a week. I did that. And then to hit my nutritional goals, which were 1,000 calories, 90 protein, less than 50 net carbs, and over 100 ounces of water. I hit protein every single day, except for some of the days when I was on the cruise, which then I think I was at least over 70. Water, I hit, again, 100 ounces every single day, except for a couple of days on the cruise, which was usually like at least over 80. And then most of the time I was under 50 net and under 1,000 calories, or around 1,000 calories, but those were the two that fluctuated a little bit. I I'm okay with how I did there though, with my nutrition. But my goals for August are to hit those same nutritional macros, and given that I did a cruise, I've been on the cruise for the past week, and I actually at the end of August have another 5-day trip coming up to Austin. I have been pretty good with my nutrition. I would like to be better. I can be better. And so my goal for August is to hit those nutritional goals and to really be stricter with it, really. To hold myself to those goals and to not let myself have too much wiggle room. I also want to continue doing my 2 to 3 workouts a week. I also, as part of that, I want to look into the possibility of doing some kind of class on the weekends. I mentioned before, I work out Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. My Sunday workouts did not happen at all in July. I would like them to happen. So I think maybe if I do a class instead of my self-guided workouts that I've been doing, that might give me a little extra incentive to go. And I've been wanting to try yoga and get some stretching in. I've never been great at stretching, partially just because physically it was difficult given my size. So yoga is something I'm interested in. There are a bunch of other classes. So I want to look at the pricing structure and see if it will financially make sense if I were to only do one class a week, if that price per month will work, and then look into kind of what they offer Sunday mornings and see if that will work for me as well. So that's something I want to evaluate in the next month. And then for steps, I'm going to lower that. I want to get to 8K steps a day average. Hopefully that will happen this month. August is crazy busy for me in my other online community that I have, and which requires just a lot of online time. And then I also have all of this stuff to continue to catch up on, but I still want to make sure I'm getting out there and doing things. So let's do photos. Try to keep this, let's see if I can do it in 3 minutes. So the front view of me, you got me the day before surgery, me last month, and then me this morning, month 7, looking good. It is just crazy to see the difference. Then we'll have the side view. You see a big difference for me, I think, in the side view, especially. Yeah, I'm looking small, svelte, as my sister would say. And then from the back, also good view of the back as well. I mean, you can totally see the difference everywhere. My face is really showing a lot of it. Lots of more definition in my chest and shoulders. Legs are still quite large, as is my stomach and hips, but what can you do? So yeah, that's me. That's my monthly update. I am planning to do some cruise vlogs, what I eat in the day, blah, blah, blah. I took a lot of footage. I need to figure out how to put it all together. There were the 2 days, I filmed 2 what I eat in a days while I was on there, and both of them had a wrench thrown in the middle of the day that might have thrown them off. So I have to go through the footage and see if it will even work, and try to make myself a fancy vlogger like Foodie Turn Sleevey is turning into. I need to watch her videos and see how she does it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I have hopefully a bunch of videos coming for you guys soon, and then I will be back on schedule on Tuesday with my week something or other update, with a 2-week update, because I didn't do one last week, which was so weird. Let me tell you, when you do something for 7 straight months and then you stop doing it, you don't do it 1 week, it's like, who am I? What year is it? Anyways, I had like a million things to do since, like clean my apartment and meal prep and do laundry and unpack and all that stuff. So I'm going to go, but have a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.